Hi, thanks for stopping by. This is another question and answer segment, and Renee has asked another question of how I got into gardening or growing things, which is actually a good question because there's history on it. When I was younger, my grandfather had 3 gardening plots. We lived right down in the city. We didn't really have a big yard. We had somewhat of a yard back then. This was in Stratford, Connecticut, so it was like downtown city. Some people had gardens. Around my neighborhood, there was quite a few gardens, I remember, as a kid. And we had 3 plots. One was in the front yard. It was like a half horseshoe plot. And then along the side of the driveway was another. And then in the back of the garage was another plot. And he always had vegetables growing in these plots, as I remember. We didn't do much with it as kids. You know, we were kids. We didn't. We weren't into gardening that much. We'd go out and water. I remember watering, but that's the only thing that I remember back then. In my teen years, growing up in Maine, we had a plot on top of our septic system. It was on the leach field, actually. And we grew vegetables there. I wasn't really involved in that. We caught fish. That's how we fertilized all the vegetables, plus the leach from the septic tank would provide nutrients too. I know it doesn't sound good. We never got sick. That's the weird thing about it. By the time all the runoff went into the leach field, it produced the fertilizer also, and water. Not all the water, but it helped produce for the plant's growth. And then we would fish. We had a pond just down the street, a couple miles, and we'd used to get buckets of fish and put the fish in toward the back of the plot, let that decompose over the winter, and then bring that dirt and everything, all the decomposed fish remains, into the garden and till it. And then when I moved down here, I wasn't into gardening at all until I set up a hummingbird feeder. Now you're trying to figure out, how does a hummingbird feeder fit into all this down here? Well, my mom had a hummingbird feeder. I'm going, oh, I'll put one up. So I put a hummingbird feeder up. I'm going, oh, how do I attract the hummingbirds? I'm going, oh, I'll get a trumpet vine. So I bought a trumpet vine. That led me to go and find on the internet of how to fertilize it. So I'm going, you know, I didn't want to buy commercial fertilizers or anything. I just wanted something natural. So I happened to stumble on worm castings and vermicomposting. So I started that on the trumpet plant in the backyard. Slowly fertilizing that. And then once I got into it more and buying more worms, and now I wanted to show people the benefits. At least in my neighborhood, people walking by, I've had lots of people going, oh, how do you get your plants so big? And start talking to them. and informing them of worm castings and vermicomposting, of how the worms are living right into the trenches in the front yard. And I haven't really done anything with the trenches, which will be another video that I will show you about that. But that's basically how I got into gardening, is to show people of what the benefits of worm castings and what worms can do, and the outcome of how healthy the plants are. So yeah, it's a big circle of how it started, where it is now, where it will be. I'm not too sure what will happen next year. I know I've got plans of doing different planters and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next segment.